If you have to say I'm an atheist every time someone says something like bless you, then you're truly an ass. It just makes me so angry to see someone say shit like this because the person was trying to be considerate and you ruined it. It bothers me so much every time I hear it. I would consider myself agnostic, but I don't go around flaunting it. I think this goes well with any religion, really. True, I think of myself as an atheist, but since I work in the service industry, I've had people that would bless me or sometimes grab me by the hand and pray for me. Regardless of what you believe, you should be thankful that another human has you in their thoughts for a moment and wishing you the best. There's only one time, https://youtube.b/czl5zvyyyds, t=68, that it's appropriate. Wait, do people actually do this? If you have to say I'm an atheist every time someone says something like bless you, then you're truly an ass. Why is this on r/unpopular opinion? Us, atheists, and believers can both agree that those people are a-holes. Just because a few idiots think otherwise, it doesn't mean that your opinion is unpopular. Not an unpopular opinion. Yes, that makes you pretty damn insufferable. Hell, I am atheist and still say bless you occasionally, mostly say Gesundheit, and most definitely exclaim God. And oh God, often. I even sit quietly and close my eyes respectfully when my family prays during family dinner. Being combative is one of the worst ways to get people to listen or respect you anyway. What if every time someone says Gesundheit I say, look, we don't all speak freaky Deaki Deutsche, what does that make me? Instead say, you have no power here, Peter the Christian. Disclaimer, Peter may at this point throw off his cloak. I agree, same goes for religious people that bring up God in every conversation. How often does this happen around you? I remember reading an old thing about demons, that if you yawn with iod covering your mouth, you are creating an opening for your soul to fall out and be replaced by a demon. If you feel the need to say bless you to strangers, you're the ass. Keep to yourself, no one cares how polite you are. It would be double standards if you said I am a Christian to someone who said an equivalent of that using a different religion. When I was 16, I was a hardcore atheist, and I remember one day someone sneezed and I said bless you. I always said that to be polite, of course, and the person responded, I'm a Satanist. Don't bless me next time please, and I laughed thinking it was a joke, but that person got so upset and was just plain serious, so I said Satan be with you every time that person sneezed, lol. r/atheism is essentially r/I am very smart on Reddit. If people are allowed to get mad at Merry Christmas for religious reasons, why can't they also be mad at bless you? If it is okay to bless, it is okay to object. I get that, but why say bless you? Is something bad happening to the person when they sneeze? You don't say it when they cough or fart. Half the time people say bless you habitually on autopilot like robots. Maybe save it for religious circles and church. Yeah, atheists bad. 11.1. I've literally never seen a single person do this. 9% of the time that happens, atheists just say thank you. This is a mostly imagined situation. Well, I am atheist and I still say bless you even though I was raised in atheist family because it is considered good manners here in my country. I've a colleague whom sneezed and I said I'd bless you, but you ain't religious. He laughed and said thank you. It's fitting for shithead humor people like myself, but I get the nice gesture. Just wait till they find out was short for God be with ya. When I did a US cross-country bike tour, I met lots of people who were very interested in and excited for what I was doing. There were some people who wanted to give me a prayer of blessings. I totally let them. I'm not religious, but I can appreciate people's well-meaning, and also if that makes them happy, hell yeah. I've been given gifts of protection as well. Stuff like bracelets and necklaces. Religion is culture and there's something to absorb from them. This never happens, unless if someone is saying it as a joke. Similarly, if an atheist says bless you, don't reply with I thought you don't believe in God. r/popular opinions. Thulu is grateful for your blessings. Some of the most insufferable people. I'm not religious at all, but there's a certain aspects of just being polite if no one is hurting you. Everyone has asinine hang-ups about different things. Pointing out your opposing worldview is really of no consequence. If you are upset about someone voicing an opinion or ideology, then you are simply wasting time focusing on the inconsequential. Just like me writing this comment about your unimportant post. I'm an atheist and I like Jesus. I'm not sure how popular or not what you said is, but there is a somewhat large minority of atheists who, I think, are complete losers. They are the kind of people who call all religious people indoctrinated and act as if religion is the source of all evil. Despite all their claims of being a follower of science, they are completely biased and stubborn. They are often just as dogmatic as a religious fundamentalist. Atheism just becomes their new belief system and they think that they are better than others because of it. I say this because I was like this for a year or two. I was never anal enough about things to say anything when I was blessed, but I would watch Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens debates. These are essentially the Ben Shahar's version of atheism videos, though I do respect them a lot more than Ben Shapiro. They are both genuinely intelligent men. It's like they argue with human strawmen and caricatures. Without a doubt, all of the people they debated were just complete zealots who hadn't thought about religion at all. In fact, the atheist in the debate was usually better informed. Right after I stopped believing in God, I became a really hardcore atheist, somewhere between 12 and 14. I've since come to appreciate religion a lot more, though I only have experience with Christianity and a little Buddhism. I think it's insanely arrogant to think that you are above religion. It is something that has been around for millions of years and people just discard it without a thought, thinking that it's for the weak-minded or those that need comfort in life. I am only 17 now. A lot of my friends are casual atheists. This is because I live in Ireland and my generation isn't religious at all. Most of them are atheist because they didn't like going to mass and because our society is only half-heartedly religious. Most of my friends act as if they are smarter than religious people, despite the fact that they were pretty much born into atheism, as a religious person is born into a religion. This bothers me just as much as my hardcore atheist phase, though it's less cringy. Nowadays, I appreciate religion a lot more. This is largely due to my realization of how arrogant I was. This is something that had been happening consistently every few years, but until recently, I never truly learned from. I always thought now I'm better. The same went for many of my other flaws. After I fell out of hardcore atheism and the leftist-owned mentality, I completely dismissed Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson and some others. It was a drastic way of fixing things. I still have mixed feelings about Ben Shapiro, but my rediscovery of Jordan Peterson led me to appreciate religion. His series, The Psychological Significance of the Biblical Stories, is one of the best and most profound things I've ever watched. Through watching other clips of his, I have learned so much and been introduced to other sources that taught me so much more. He introduced me to authors like Dostoevsky, whose books have genuinely changed my life and made me realize a lot about myself. I used to read as a child, but pretty much stopped until about a year ago. This is when I started to read classics and a bit of philosophy. Reading has become a huge part of my life, and it's partly due to figure like Jordan Peterson. Sorry if too much of this is an autobiography, all of these issues are just deeply personal to me. TLDR, atheism is fine, but don't be arrogant or cringy because you're an atheist. You're just as bad, if not worse, than religious people. In many ways, you are more dogmatic than they are. You just have science to justify your arrogance.